What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Black Man Matters, or the Black Man Matter channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I think is really important to the black community and that affects black men especially. And that is called the puer aeternus, man-child, or Peter Pan syndrome, whatever you want to call it. But basically what this is a man acting like a child. We see this in the media and hip-hop of, rappers' names, Lil Baby, Lil this, Lil that, little young, etc. I don't know how to say no more about that. So first thing I'm going to do is break down what a puer aeternus is and, some of the symptoms. So I have some notes down here that I'm going to speak from. And basically, a child, right, in his or her mind, they have limitless opportunities. Think back to when you're a kid, when you wanted to be maybe a doctor or an astronaut. I wanted to be an astronaut and a soccer player. Right? You have unlimited opportunities. You have unlimited time. But one thing the child doesn't understand is that once you choose one option, the other doors close, right? And you can see this with children that even get out of that mindset early on when they choose one thing and they excel at it very well. Mike Tyson, what's his name? Floyd Mayweather, right? If you look at the greats, a lot of them have decided to do one thing for a very long time at a very young age. The issue is that if men especially have that same mindset going into adulthood of unlimited opportunities, what ends up happening is that you're staring at doors, not picking one, and they all close. So here are some symptoms of the man-child: hanging around the same people, doing things that don't benefit you, not choosing a definitive career plan, being too passive. So basically it's just generally an aura of comfortability, right? Of being comfortable, of not choosing to go do things that are hard or difficult, right? To progress. And this comes from what I believe and what I've researched is the mother complex, right? This is symbolic as well, but basically the mother represents, comfort, shielding, protection, being empathetic. And the father, on the other hand, rips that child away from that, maternal environment into the real world. A lot of cultures, you've seen throughout history, they have initiations for children becoming men, right? They have initiations where, you're ripped away and you go, you do your thing, and you come back a man. You come back a man. You come back recognized in society and in your group as a man. I think it's really instrumental because a large percentage of black families are just single-parent households, right? And also, this maternal mother complex is symbolic, right? Drugs, hanging around the same people, staying home all day, not taking risks, taking chances, manning up. So yeah, the black community has a large absence of fathers. Remember that movie? Very powerful movie, by the way, Baby Boy with Tyrese Gibson. So 70% of births are out of wedlock in the black community, and 60% of black children are living without fathers, And when you look at the statistics of, fatherless households, a lot ties in with the mother complex and, man-child syndrome, I'd call it, right? Poverty, drugs and alcohol abuse, physical and emotional health, teenage pregnancies and high school dropouts, right? So what to do? Let's talk about solutions, right? I'm gonna put the notes down and, I'm just gonna freeform this. So one thing I think as black men, we need to do more of is, living unapologetically, right? I feel like we're told in the media how we should act, and like I said in my last video, it's a brand that we have going on, right? But you need to define your own brand. We need to go out and do things we want to do, take risks we want to take, and really go outside the box that society puts us in. There are black CEOs, there are black doctors, there are black men in history that have done great things. It's not been easy. That's something that you have to instill in yourself. I'm still trying to do is, do what we believe is right. Do what we like doing. Do what we're passionate about. Not doing what everybody else wants us to do. Also, one thing I'd say is try something that's difficult. Try something that's hard that you've never done before. Getting out of that comfort zone, it's easier said than done, right? For me, getting out of my comfort zone is making YouTube videos, right? I used to love presenting and speaking in front of people back in the day when I was younger, but I kind of lost that, and I got the itch back because of issues I've seen online pertaining to black men. And I really want to help. I don't want to repost things that other people post. I want to have an independent thought, independent solutions, and discuss them. That's one thing that's not going on, discussions. Anyway, I digress, but this syndrome is pervasive within the community. It's in rap music, little this, young that. And at some point, black men, we have to brand ourselves as grown black men, as responsible black men, as professional black men, as leaders, right? And it starts from you. It starts from an individual perspective. No amount of money, no amount of donations, no amount of affirmative action is gonna make, black men grow up, right? That comes from, black men, me, you, being good fathers, fathering our sons properly, and, you know, keeping it rolling. So this is something I really wanted to talk about. I pulled a lot of these from, you know, psychologists like Carl Jung. Jordan Peterson talked a lot about this. For me personally, I think it's a big issue. For example, rappers, right, with names like Little This and Young That, trying to talk about grown man issues, right? and you can't have it both ways. That's the man child syndrome. You can't have it both ways. You can't call yourself Little This and then try to have a voice at the big boy table, right? It doesn't work that way. If you're a child, go in the play area with the little kids. You know, lunch is gonna be at 12 o'clock. We're gonna cook it for you. Like, it's gonna be this, cause you didn't pay for it. You know, you live in our house. The grown men over there, they don't mess with the children. So that's what we gotta understand. If you go down that pathway of, you know, being a jokester, not taking life seriously, that's how you're gonna be looked at. You know, grown men, we have grown men problems, but we also get, you know, grown man rewards, right? So, you know, this is my second video. You know, hope you guys enjoy it. Gonna be really focusing on, you know, making things a lot more professional, making things look good. So, of course, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and give me some, you know, topics you want me to touch on in the next videos and some advice. You know, I'm all for constructive criticism. And stay blessed, y'all.